And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to the Grand Finals. The Grand Finals here of PiGosaur Cup number 34. It's been an intense tournament so far. We have made it here to our top two, to our two Protoss competitors, and they often go back and forth. We're here to determine our champion. Let's go. As spawning in the top left-hand corner of Persephone, we have the South Green Protoss player. We have the red Protoss representing Twisted Minds. It is herO. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have the Danish Protoss player. We have the blue Protoss representing Sidestorm Gaming. It is MaxPax. And if you're in the chat, it's time. It's Gamba time. Predictions are open. Place your bets on who you think will claim the series. Best of luck in the chat. As a reminder, this is a best of five Grand Finals. We have the two best Protoss players in the world facing off, and they often have some banger matches. Often a lot of mind games, often a lot of unique variations, unique builds against each other. Often a lot of chaos. I do not expect a single standard game, by the way, at all. Let's go. For now, we have the low ground setup here for the Gate Cyber Expand. Meanwhile, herO should be doing the same. Yep, Gate Cyber Expand. As we have mentioned many times over the past, how long? 7 months. Over the past 7 months, Gate Cyber Expand openers have also been more common here. As herO, he attempts to go for the Nexus, and he does get a Gate Expand. herO, he will have the more economic build, and MaxPax, it's going to be him to punish the economy of herO, as MaxPax force thrown out the Cyber Core into a delayed Nexus. So again, this is often the dynamic we see between the two players. There we go. MaxPax now catching up, does go for his Nexus. We do skip our Stargate, but Stargates are still viable here as a follow-up. This could still be the beginning of Phoenix Wars. Oh boy. So again, herO, he does have the slightly better economy. MaxPax, he will have the faster Adept. Slightly. Now, we do still expect MaxPax to go into a Stargate. We'll see if herO also goes Stargate. That's what I'm most curious by. And do we end up Stargate versus Stargate? Do we go into Phoenix Wars or not? We don't have to head in that direction, but it is more often than not the case. There it is, Stargate. Sorry, Phoenix Wars. So again, there was a slim chance that we wouldn't end up in Phoenix Wars, but Phoenix Wars are upon us. Again, this is the standard follow-up that we should expect, and I'm not gonna lie, but this is probably not the last time we see Phoenix Wars here between these two players in this series. It's probably gonna happen at least once more. At least once more, but here we go. Phoenix Wars are upon us. Basically, because both players are opening up Stargates, and because both players scout each other, both players should be making Phoenixes, and they should not stop making Phoenixes. If you stop, you die. Now, MaxPax, he actually hasn't confirmed. There is a chance that MaxPax may open Oracle, which would be dangerous. What do you have for us? What's it going to be? Again, it is Phoenix for herO, and MaxPax should be making Phoenix. There we go. Phoenix is also on the way. Again, MaxPax, he does not have confirmation, but he reads this well. Again, he saw the economic opener. There is a very high chance, like 90+%, that herO would be going Stargate as well. So Phoenixes are amassing. Now, when it comes to Phoenix Wars, as we actually get into the main, we get into the main base. MaxPax shouldn't be able to capitalize on this. Shouldn't be able to. As one probe goes down. But as we get into Phoenix Wars here, there's going to be a couple of big power spikes for our players. There we go. First one, second Stargate. MaxPax going for a much faster second Stargate. herO, where's his second Stargate? There it is. Now it's on the way. But as you can see here, there's a small window in time where MaxPax will be up a Phoenix. Defensively, I should say, he'll be up a Phoenix by like half of one, or by one. Because of the way the timings work, if he moves out across the map, herO should be able to catch up with it when it comes to that Phoenix. So there's a slight difference, a slight disparity. But there are also ways to try to outposition your opponents as another Adept gets in. But if your opponent's being a little bit too aggressive and too active, you can try to wedge yourself in between the army and the production. You can try to catch a Phoenix. Being down a Phoenix can cost you a fight and can cost you the game. Everything can just snowball very quickly out of control. We can see herO here on the right hand side looking to shade into the bases, but MaxPax has a full wall. He is fully walled off. There's no way in for these Adepts. The next big power spike. Oh, hey, never mind. He does push himself out. Okay, MaxPax, he's got some moves. Does break free, does expand to get a third base. The next big power spike is going to be the Fleet Beacon timing, Fleet Beacon and Phoenix range. We can see here throwing down pylons all over the place, trying to get a read on where his opponent is to react to respond. Pylons are a big part of Phoenix Wars because Phoenixes don't shoot down. So these buildings, they're here to stay. Unless you force out a Zealot. So there we go. Zealot's on the way for MaxPax. The goal of this one Zealot is to pick away and clean up all these pylons. The Phoenix count is even. MaxPax is stacked. Yeah, here he cannot push in. He cannot push into this. Not like this. He cannot take a head-on fight. He should back off. Yeah, does pull away. Does retreat. Whew. And we back off from each other. Meanwhile, there's our Fleet Beacon. Fleet Beacon's on the way, so again, faster Phoenix range for MaxPax. He's one step ahead when it comes to his third base and when it comes to his Fleet Beacon as well. Just one step ahead. Not the biggest step, but a step nonetheless. And again, stacking is so crucial when it comes to these engagements. Just because if you do fight without stacking, half your Phoenixes don't even shoot. They won't even fire. So stacking is paramount. MaxPax staying pinned back at home. herO looking for any stray units. It looks like he will find a probe. One probe goes down. He's trying to bait the army to fight into Guardian Shield. Cheeky move out of herO. As this is a bait. Sentries revealed, and now MaxPax knows. Oh my god, herO. Does run and dive. Ooh, we'll lose a Phoenix. Yeah, one Phoenix goes down already. That's a rough start. Very rough start. And herO, he will chase, but I believe herO will not win this fight. Yeah, it was just a really rough start to the fight, really rough start to the engagement. And MaxPax, he will overwhelm into a win. Every Phoenix goes down. GG gets called, and MaxPax takes game number 1. Whew. GG. GG, well played. Again, herO, to lose that first Phoenix before the fight began, that was game. That was game then and there. When it comes to Phoenix Wars, every Phoenix counts, and losing one Phoenix, that will cost you the fight. The reason why herO committed there is because he already lost a Phoenix, so it was already game. Like, it was like, I mean, he already lost a Phoenix, so may as well. With that, GG, well played. Again, you cannot afford a mistake like that. You cannot lose a Phoenix like that. And with that, we're now getting into our next game. Getting into game number 2. And as I mentioned before, I do expect to see more Phoenix Wars in this series. Not every game, not by any means, but I wouldn't be surprised if we see it at least once more in this best of 5. We could see it in game 3, game 4, game 5. We'll see if we can get there. For now, though, we're going to be loading into Tokamak. Tokamak is going to be coming up next. Ooh. Is coming up next. He never gets range. He does. He does. We have seen herO get range before, plenty of times on the channel. Has done so. And here we go, we're now getting to our next game, and spawning in the top right-hand corner of Tokamak, we have the Danish Protoss player. We have the blue Protoss, representing Storm Gaming, leading the series 1-0. It is MaxPax. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have the South Korean Protoss player, the red Protoss, representing Twisted Minds. It is herO. Down in the series, and we'll see if he can recover, we'll see if he can bounce back. MaxPax, he'll go for the same opener. He's going for the Gate, Cyber Expand. herO, we'll see if he goes for a Gate Expand again. Does he go for another faster base, or does he respond with an all-in, or does he go for a mirrored build? As just because herO is setting up on the high ground does not mean he's going to Gate. Like last game, we saw Gate Expand, which herO does like to mix in. Does like to mix in. Meanwhile, there it is, 2 gate. So 2 gate opener out of herO. MaxPax does confirm. Now with a 2-gate opener here, he could hide his pylon, but he has no probe. He has no probe on the map, so it looks like he is going for a second pylon in the main. With a 2-gate opener, you can still go into a macro game from here, and you can still cut your 3rd unit and go for a faster nexus and still kind of be on par with your opponent. But macroing out of this, having a worse economy, it's difficult here to pull off. Not easy. As MaxPax does open Zealous to deal with the pylon block that's coming. Again, it's on herO here to delay the expansion for as long as possible. As the probe is in position. There's that Stargate. Nexus is denied. Zelda is forced out. And from here, herO should just get away. Or at least look to get away. Oh. MaxPax, he wants the probe. He wants it. There's a Nexus. Oh! Oh my god, and the probe does go down. Nice pick up here from MaxPax. Does catch the probe. And behind this, herO he opens up double Stalker into a 3rd and 4th Stalker, into a 3rd gateway, into 1 base all-in. It's going to be a 4-gate, 1 base all-in out of herO. herO, he is not expanding. He's going for a proxy 4th gateway. Now, we have seen MaxPax die to this. If you recall, Firefly killed MaxPax with this in last week's WarTV Monday, and Showtime beat MaxPax with this, and herO as well. Like, in general, like, this is an all-in that has caught MaxPax off guard in the past. Just because it hits later. Like, that's what's dangerous about this this all-in, is that it's harder to read because you're not relying on the 2nd pylon. You're relying on the 4th pylon instead. So it hits later, which means it's less obvious. MaxPax just rescattered, I believe. And the Stargate is done. Stargate is complete. Oh, diving on the Stalker. Nice dive. He gets 1. Yeah, 1 Stalker goes down. herO gets no damage on the Oracle. Shield battery's on the way, but already losing 1 Stalker is brutal. And that should not have happened. As we do reinforce, 3 Stalkers at a time, soon to be 4. You're going for the gateway. The gateway should go down. It's a nice pickup here, but the more shield batteries are completing. And here it needs more damage than just this. Does have the gateway. Here comes our first Void Ray. First Void Ray has arrived. You can see the Stalker count getting very high. Again, he has to preserve that Stalker count a little bit further. He has to wait for 1 more warp in. He's almost built up. He's almost there. Oracle across the map. There are some units to defend. Cybercore goes down. Okay, he's gaining ground. Takes down a shield battery. Gets 1. Gets 1 shield battery. Now going for another. Boys are being pulled. You can see MaxPax, he's in trouble here. He's in danger. Losing another. Oracle is deflected. And herO, where is that warp in? There it is. Yeah, the final wave. Oh, meanwhile, MaxPax, he was premature. Did activate the prismatic alignments. Now herO just has to wait it out. Oh, he commits. Yeah, he does commit in. Gets a cannon. Takes out a cannon. Now he can go for the Void Ray. He can 2-shot. Yeah, Void Ray falls. 1 Void Ray remaining. There's a stasis. There is that stasis trap, and herO, he will bleed out 2 Stalkers here. To 1 Stalker even. 2 Stalkers go down. herO, he's running out of steam a little bit here. Down to 10 Stalkers. Barely does not get the Void Ray. Another Stalker goes down. This is getting dangerous here. herO is running out of steam. Here comes another Void Ray. The Void Ray arrives. Up to 2. herO, he has control of the low ground. Oof. Leading out another Stalker. Oh, gets a Void Ray though. But for 2 more Stalkers. herO, he's committing. Does gain control of the low ground. Okay. Kills the natural. At the same time, Oracle's going ham, killing 8 probes across the map. herO, his economy, it's in the gutter. Boys are being pulled. And here he commits in. Yeah, he commits in. He wants that Void Ray. And he gets it. One Void Ray goes down, and he gets the other as well. Takes down both Void Rays. herO, he's done it. GG gets called, snipes it with Void Rays, and we have a tied up series 1-1. Whew, GG. Very intense game here, very intense. And again, this is a build that has been really giving MaxPax a lot of trouble. A lot of players have been having success with this build against MaxPax. Winding it back just to re-emphasize why this build has been as successful as it is because it's a later one-base all-in. It looks standard early on. It looks normal, looks standard. With your 2-gate opener, you don't proxy your second pylon, you don't proxy your third pylon either. It's a later proxy instead. So because of that, MaxPax, he's kind of lured into a more standard game, right? He's lured into a more kind of like standard setup here on the low ground. Likewise, the Oracle wasn't really able to do much damage early on, and herO did overwhelm. herO did overwhelm. GG, well played. With that, we're now getting into our next game, getting into ley lines. Likewise, it's also really important when it comes to this build that you take down the production. So if you recall, the gateway went down. The gateway was the first thing that went down. The first thing that died was the gateway as well for MaxPax. So he had no reinforcements. He had only Void Ray production. So that's another big part of that as well, is that you focus on the production. It's a bit of like a slower all-in. I mean, it's slower to begin with, but also like you want to kill that gateway. You want to kill the cyber core to just whittle down your opponent over time, or to whittle down MaxPax over time. And with that, we're now getting into game number 3. We're getting into game 3. Ooh, and we'll see how players will change their approach. We'll see how they change it. It's coming into ley lines. Let's go. Let's go. Again, a very tense series. Very tense. Very clutch, very back and forth as we are getting into game 3, and spawning in the bottom hand corner of ley lines, we have the Danish Protoss player. We have the blue Protoss representing Sidestorm Gaming being forced into a tied series. We'll see if we can bring it back. It is MaxPax. And spawning in the top right hand corner, we have his opponents. We have the South Korean Protoss player, the red Protoss representing Twisted Minds. Tying up the series 1-1, it is herO. As MaxPax once again sits up on the low ground. And we'll see if herO does open up 2 gates or not. Let's go. Let us find out. As MaxPax does go for the probe scout, herO, he does hide his probe over towards the right hand side. Now this could be a real proxy or it could be a fake proxy pylon. Regardless, 2-gate opener out of herO. MaxPax, he goes in, he scouts, he confirms that the opener is standard. He's also looking for the pylon. He's looking for the pylon, he's searching for the setup here of herO. herO, he will hide the pylon here towards the south side. This is close enough where this could be a proxy Stargate. This could very well be a Stargate from herO. Technically, this is close enough that this could be a proxy robo, I suppose. But this looks more like a Stargate. Now, I think Firefly, he went for a build where he went proxy Stargate into a one-base all-in. Behind it that was unscouted because the attention was on the Stargate. This is a more standard typical location. Double Zealot? Fake Double Zealot. This has to be a cancel. Stargate's on the way. Yeah, it does cancel. Starts up the Stalker. Behind this we have our Stargate on the way for MaxPax. Again, it was a gate cyber expand. Economic opener here by MaxPax. Going for a delayed Stargate. Now, herO, he does scout. Wow, herO, he just walks in. He sees how late the Stargate is. But he gets scouted. Yeah, he does get spotted. herO behind this will expand. This is not an all-in. And because hero's been scouted, does he open Phoenix? Nah, he's going Oracle. Okay, he's going for the Oracle. Chronoing it out. Forcing response out of MaxPax, and we're building up into the mid game, or into a longer game. MaxPax does go Phoenix first to shut down the Oracle. Stalker's in position, and I don't really see this Oracle doing much damage, or at least it shouldn't do much damage. It's going to be a one-way trip. There's that recall. Does recall in time to save it, just barely. Does save the Oracle. And so far, this is a better start for MaxPax. MaxPax, he's up by 4 probes. He's up by 4 workers. He's up in economy. He's up in tech as well, as he's building more Phoenixes. And this is just a really rough start for herO. Going for another gateway. This looks like the beginning of an all-in. We'll see. We'll see if herO expands. Phoenix as they move out. Shield battery is done. Bases are safe. There's a shield battery in both bases. A recall's on cooldown, so this Oracle is not long for this world. Denies some mining time at least, but won't get any more damage. Meanwhile, as you mentioned, how many gates do we have? 4. So it's going to be a 1 base 4 gate all in. When I say 1 base 4 gate all in, I believe this is a fake natural. We're not making probes. No probe production out of herO. herO, he's committed. So fake natural base, a fake mineral line essentially, and we're doubling down. It's all or nothing for herO. Let's go. Does push forward. Still rallying across the map. MaxPax, he will hit the natural mineral line. He will kill what little is there. Again, here just warping it whatever he can. More shield batteries on the way. The immortal production has begun. Oh, that is brutal. That immortal's going to be huge defensively. Takes down the cyber core. Takes down the shield battery. Immortal gets spotted. Immortal is spotted. He wants the immortal. He wants it. Oh, yeah, he's going to be denied. Going to be punished. With that, he has to retreat, has to pull away. Behind this here on 27 probes. Again, he's not making probes. Just doubling down on those stalkers. Takes down the gateway. Yeah, we just see MaxPax down to 0 gateways. 0. Oh, he blinks in. Does blink in. 3 volleys though. Oh, 4. Yeah, 4 volleys. Does not get the immortal. With that, MaxPax, he will hold. He will hold. He should shut this down. I say that more stalkers are trickling in. It's still quite messy to get the immortal. There's what, 3 stalkers? Yeah, there's only 3 stalkers left. That blink was not worth it. That immortal was meant to go down in 2 volleys. It tanked 5 volleys. That was crazy. Like, so much wasted DPS. And with that, MaxPax, he will run away with this. I say that a lot of supply for MaxPax is in Phoenixes. So a lot of supply in Phoenixes. So I guess stalkers, they could still overwhelm. But things are looking bleak here for herO. Behind this here, he starts making probes. He starts quoting out probes. Ooh, a little bit desperate for herO. He's a bit desperate here. Twilight Council's on the way for MaxPax. It would be wise for him to even just skip blink and go straight into charge. Just go +1 in charge. MaxPax now looking to expand it, getting a 3rd base. And yeah, GG gets called. The all-in fails, and MaxPax, he will take a 2-1 lead. Whew, GG. Does take a lead in the series. Again, a very intense build there by herO, intense game going for the all-in. But as we saw, MaxPax, that immortal was immortal. Like, that blink from herO, that dive was unfortunately a little bit too late there to engage before the shield battery was done. And we saw that what was meant to be a 2-shot on the immortal was a 5-shot. It took 5. It tanked so much. It tanked 5 volleys from the army of herO. And that was game. Like that. Like as soon as we saw the 3rd volley not kill the immortal, it's like, oh, that's game. that's just game then and there. GG, well played. The immortal doing its job, tanking. And with that, we're now getting into game number 4. And we'll see if MaxPax can claim the series here and now. We'll see if herO can force the ace match. Personally, regardless of how this goes, I want to see an ace match. I want to see a game 5, but the pressure is on herO as we load into Incorporeal. Here we go. We go. As we are getting into potentially the final game of the series, as we're leading into a much larger map as well. Ooh. Much larger map, and here we go. Spawning in the bottom right hand corner of Incorporeal, we have the Danish Protoss player. We have the blue Protoss representing Storm Gaming, leading the series 2-1 and 1 game away from claiming the series. It is MaxPax. And spawning in the top left hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the red Protoss player representing Twisted Minds. Down in the series, we'll see if he bounce back. We'll see if he can force the ace match. It is herO. We go. As once again we have the low ground setup. We have the low ground wall up, or wall up. And we have seen a wide array of all-ins and aggressive builds out of herO already here. We've already seen 2 different one-base all-ins out of herO. Do we go for an actual proxy this time? As the probe does move out. Our eyes are on this worker. At this stage of the series, this most likely is going to be a fake proxy pylon, but we'll keep an eye on him. Once again, 2 gate open out of herO. Does open up 2 gates. And here he does hide the probe. And this is quite far away. This is, we have the standard Stargate, proxy the Stargate location here outside of the natural, sorry, outside of the main. Then we have one here over at the 4th base location. We have one here over in the corner of the map instead. So this does look like a fake pylon, but we'll see. We can still make use of it, technically. This could still be a Stargate. We'll see what herO goes for. As we are waiting for the Cybercore. MaxPax does go for the Nexus before the Stargate, so very greedy build here by MaxPax. But he went for the same thing last game as well. So MaxPax, he's cutting corners, being greedier than usual. And it is a proxy Twilight Council. Okay. Now this works just because it doesn't have to be close to your opponent. This could be a proxy Dark Shrine. And we could be rushing into DTs, but I mean, that wouldn't work here, not against a Stargate opener. So this is probably going to be fast blink. I'm opposed to DTs just because we're opening up Oracle anyway. Like, there is going to be detection. That's what makes this opener so safe for MaxPax. So fast blink should be on the horizon for herO. Into maybe like a 1-base 4-gate blink all in. Which is kind of what we saw last game, except this is going to hit sooner. Remember, last game we had to go for like the fake natural. Now, the downside of what herO is doing is that this does hit late, because you have to wait for the upgrade and wait for the gateways to come online. There's the 3rd gateway. Probe moves out, and this probe should be proxying the 4th gate. So it's going to be, again, a 1-base 4-gate blink all-in out of herO. MaxPax back at home does make a Void Ray first. MaxPax, he knows that the pylon is missing, so with the scout earlier, he's reacting very hard, walling up with shield batteries, going for a forge for cannons. Void Ray has arrived, skips the Oracle, so just a really defensive setup here from MaxPax. He is terrified. He doesn't know what's happening, but he believes that it is an all-in. He believes that it is a proxy. As blink is almost done. Gateways are finishing up. We should be seeing... Yep, there's that 4th gate. So again, 1-base 4-gate blink all in. And can MaxPax see broken? Again, he's got cannons on the way. It's going to be 2 cannons, 2 shield batteries. The cannons are a really nice adaptation here, especially now that there's no shield battery overcharge. Like, the cannons, they do help early on. Kill zone probe to make another Void Ray. 3rd Void Ray's on the way. And I don't see this being broken. I mean, we'll see. Now, technically, with Blink, herO, he could hallucinate into the main and blink into the main base instead, right? He doesn't have to hit the natural. But you can see that MaxPax is already getting ready. He's getting ready in the main. Stalkers are revealed. More shield batteries, more cannons. Here he will snipe the Cyber Core, which is nice, but it doesn't really matter too much. There's already the Robo. Immortal production has begun. We have Immortal Void Ray to defend. Oh boy. We're going to be very impressive here. Can pull this off. Again, here he does gain high ground vision. But the cannon will kill the Adept. Stalkers, they don't quite commit. They're going for the cannon. Sorry, they're going for the gateway. The gateway goes down. Now we have to go for the cannons. Oof. Does blink away. Does blink away in time. Kills one cannon. But remember, the longer this game goes on, the better it is for MaxPax. Like, he's building up more Void Rays, more Immortals. The army's getting larger over time. And again, all this stack defense doing a great job of just buying time. That's all it's doing, is just giving MaxPax more time to build up. Stalker goes down. herO so far losing one Stalker. Has been very efficient with his army. And does try to go for the dive. Gets a cannon. There's, what, 2 cannons left. Getting up to 3. As he will barely blink away. Just barely dives in. Does punish. Trades 1-to-1. Stalker for a Void Ray. Better trade for herO. Likewise, MaxPax did overextend. He did activate all 3 prismatic alignments. So they're all going to be on cooldown. herO bleeding out another handful of Stalkers. 4 going down in total. That was a brutal trade for herO. Losing more Stalkers. Does dive in. He gets 1, he gets 2, he gets all 3 Void Rays. Oh, a bit of it. Oh, he misclicks. It goes to the pylon. Has to pull away. He loses a lot. He bleeds out so much there. He bleeds out 11 Stalkers. Down to how many? Down to 15. 15 Stalkers left. Blinks in. He can 2-shot. He gets one of the Immortals. He can barely 2-shot the other. And can he get the final Immortal though? It's close. It's very close here. 1 Immortal remaining. herO down to 10 Stalkers. He committed so hard there. Gets a shield battery. Gets a Void. Loses 1 Stalker in the process. Nice trade here for herO. Blinks in. Does blink in, and he does get barely another Immortal. Oh god, he lost a lot there. He lost, what, 3 Stalkers, 4, 5? Oh my god. Yeah, not worth it. There's 1 Immortal left. Once again, he blinks in. He will get it. Just barely. Takes down the final Immortal. He's down to 4 Stalkers. Down to barely an army. Yeah, there's barely an army here, and now we have a Void Ray. Now we have another Immortal. It is close, but herO, what was once a terrifying Stalker army, down to only 4 Stalkers. Building up to 5, true. Building up to 5 Stalkers. Adepts, they can shade into the mineral line. They can go for the probe kills. Ooh, they didn't quite commit. Okay, going for that versus pylon. Okay. Pylon goes down, depowers everything. Goes to the dive. Takes out the Immortal. herO, he can pull this off. He's doing it. He does it. The final Void Ray. The Void Ray goes down. He needs the Immortal though. It's still so close. Down to 3 Stalkers. 3 Stalkers left. Did I say 3? Down to 2. Down to 2 Stalkers. Barely not enough. Cannons are repowered. Now we're back up to 1 Void Ray, 1 Immortal. Yeah, MaxPax he holds. MaxPax he does hold. It's impressive though how much damage herO, like how much ground herO was able to gain. Very impressive. I didn't think he would. Oh, shades into the main base. Killing a lot of probes actually. Killing 9 probes. This is nice. But he still has more efficient mining. Like herO, he's long distance mining. Like he's he's not mining efficiently whatsoever. So even though MaxPax has a lower probe count, he still has a comparable, if not greater, economy than herO. And herO, oof, he does expand. Here, like he knows, we all can see that he cannot break this anymore. Like, the all-in has failed, and now he tries to expand, but this is a late Nexus. Now, herO can make a game out of this if he can kill like another 5 probes. If he can shade in again, if he can get some economic damage done, then he can recover economically himself, or like at least keep up. It is possible. But the Oracle has arrived. Going for the stasis. Nice catch. Very nice. Oh my god. MaxPax overextends. Does overextend. We'll lose 1 immortal for free. Adept shades into the mineral line. Gets 3 probe kills. Nice damage. We spoke about it. This was necessary. Oh no. But alas, there's nothing in him to defend. Probes are going down. Probes that herO cannot afford to lose. Force a recall back home. And MaxPax, he will punish. And as the dust settles, where exactly are we? Okay, so herO's on 2 bases and on 25 workers. MaxPax 2 bases on 24 probes. But he does have the tech, right? He does have the immortal production, does have the void ray production. Because of this MaxPax, he should be safe. herO, ideally, I want to say, should be playing out a longer game. Should just be probing, saturating, getting a forge, and then getting a third. Like, I don't know if herO can get anything more than that. Like, he's flirting with the idea. With force fields, he can lock down another immortal. If he can lure MaxPax out, then maybe. Oracle runs into herO. herO, very nice catch. Oh, he blinks. Nice knife. Takes out the Oracle. Mistakes out of herO. Sorry, out of MaxPax. So nice catch. Now, you can see that MaxPax, he's respecting this army quite a bit. No longer is he moving out. herO does threaten the bases. He can force field as well. He can force field. Speaking of, the boys are being pulled, denying mining time. herO, he's in this. Let's go. The all-in may have failed, but again, the Adept harass with the MVPs that did allow herO to recover economically. Now going for the void ray. Void ray goes down. He gets 1. Now he locks down the immortal. Yeah, herO just out-controlling MaxPax, but the stasis goes off. Stasis does go off. MaxPax, he holds. But again, remember, herO, he's ready to expand. Like, herO, he doesn't have to kill. He's getting +1, working towards charge. Ooh, nothing at home. And nothing at home, though. Probes are going down. herO does blink away. Losing 4 probes across the map. herO, again, he's hoping to try to lock down another one of these immortals, and he does! Nice force field, but they can get away. Okay, they can get away. They can and they will. Nice counter force field as well. With that, MaxPax holds. Does hold. There's that third base for herO. Again, herO from here, he should just be containing. At this point, should just be containing. And getting a greater economy compared to MaxPax. MaxPax going for DTs, going for Dark Templar. Makes sense. Try to recover in this game. Snipes the sentry. Sentry goes down. MaxPax finally expands. So both players are getting to their third bases. Here is here to delay, to deny. Can he? One more volley. Ooh, nice cancel. Does force a cancel. Prison moves out. Remember, the Dark Shrine is done. And does herO have detection? There is 2 observers. 2 observers. 1 at the third, 1... I mean, both with the main army, I should say. Both at the third. That is concerning. Ideally, you do want to spread them out. Proxy is cleaned up. Observers are being sent out across the map, which means they won't be at home to defend. Is there a recall? There is. Okay, there's a recall at home, so you can recall the oracles. DTs are moving in. herO, he barely does not scout that proxy, or that prism, I should say. But he is somewhat in position. MaxPax. I mean, both players are expanding. Oh no! Oh, the prism goes down. Massive pickoff. Whew. And despite the fact that herO, he has not scouted the Dark Shrine, is not aware of what's happening. Despite that, he will deter that. Right? He will avoid any DT shenanigans. For now. For now. herO claiming a fourth. We're building up into the mid game. Now, as we get into the mid game, we can have a look at our compositions. I believe herO did rush into charge, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, charge for both players. We have +2 for herO, so herO, he does have the upgrade lead. He does have the upgrade advantage. But the Immortal is going to play a big part here. Like, there's a heavy Immortal lead here for MaxPax. MaxPax, he has more Immortals, he has more Archons. Despite herO having more Zealots, that doesn't really matter. Like, the Archons, they completely shut down and deny Zealots. Like, this is a more robust army for MaxPax. I would say that against this, herO, he would need Disruptors of his own. Or he'd have to build up his own heavy Archon Immortal count, which I don't really see happening. Like, this is just a very, very robust army. It's almost like the mech of Protoss. Like, just building up a really heavy Immortal Archon count. This is very beefy. Not the most mobile army, but very robust. Very tanky. herO, he's trying to build up his own Immortal count as well. He has a ways to go. There's a ways to go here. Now, we spoke about it earlier. There it is, Bays on the way. Like, the best answer to this army is either you get your own Archon Immortal composition or Disruptors. And we have Disruptors on the way. But this does feel late. Like, we could have thrown this down maybe a minute, 2 minutes ago. We could have already seen Disruptors. But there's a window in time where MaxPax can overwhelm herO before Disruptors arrive. herO, yeah, he spots the army. Like, he cannot fight this. And he knows it. Goes for a massive Zealot Rama instead. DTs are waddling in. Yeah, DTs on the right, DTs on the left. herO does go for the Zealot Rabbi, but the army's in position. And herO, he has to respect it, he has to back up. And here's being torn apart. Probes are going down. Oh, herO, he engaged, bleeding out Zealots, and here's falling apart. Yeah, he's falling apart to the harass. Disruptors are building up, but he's quite far behind here. Down in workers, down in army. Now, thankfully for herO, MaxPax, he has not gone for his own Disruptors, which is a little bit weird. Like, that is the natural transition from where MaxPax is as well, to get into Disruptors. He might feel confident that he could just end the game with this, though. He might just feel confident that he can just move across the map. But otherwise, both players should be working towards that Disruptor tech. And that isn't the case for MaxPax. Like we spoke about it, this army is not very mobile, so avoiding Novas is not going to be really viable here for MaxPax. Like, this army is so vulnerable to Novas. We have 3, soon to be 5 Disruptors for herO. herO just buying time. MaxPax is still stuck on this army, which can still work if the Novas don't connect. And here we go. He's moving in. Shows us Novas. Doesn't want to waste them. Yeah, first Nova goes off. And does connect. Takes down Zealots. Takes down an Archon. One Archon goes down. And there's still more Novas left available. Still more Purification Novas. As more Disruptors have arrived. MaxPax, now he's responding to it. Now he's going into Phoenixes, but there's a late reaction out of MaxPax. Yeah, late reaction. More Novas, they will connect. They get another Archon. Every Archon counts. Yeah, herO diving on the Immortals. MaxPax in the right position. Shows those Novas. They do go up. They get another Archon, but a really awkward engage here from herO. Yeah, very awkward. He's getting caught out. Disruptors are exposed. They have to pull away. Novas, they do connect. Some of them at least, but yeah, just a really messy fight out of herO. Very messy. He has to get out of here. The Disruptors. Get out of here. As he will lose one more Disruptor. And I would say a better fight for MaxPax, considering what he had to work with. So better fight for MaxPax. With that, just building up more of an army. And again, MaxPax's answer to the Disruptors are Phoenixes. The goal here is to lift the Disruptors and to deny and to cancel those Purification Novas. And even though MaxPax did lose most of his Archons, he retained the Immortals. The Immortals did survive. That's what's important here. And again, it was just a messy fight from herO. So we're backing off, we're building back up. How many Phoenixes so far? Getting up to 4. And again, the Phoenixes, they don't have to kill the Disruptors, they just have to lift. Like, lifting is good enough, even for a couple of seconds. So they will just cancel the Purification Nova. And they just have to buy enough time for the ground army to overwhelm, to push through, and to get on top of the Disruptors. So I do favor MaxPax's army right now. Again, he's got 6 Phoenixes against 4 Disruptors. He's exposed. Here, he should not be out here. Should not be out here. There we go. 1 and 2 Disruptors going down already. And lifting up every single one. Not a single Nova. And with that MaxPax, he will look to overwhelm. Takes out all the charge lots. Gets on top of the Disruptors. They're going down as well. Oof. Here come the Novas. They get 1 Archon. Okay. They get an Archon. herO, he holds. Does hold on. Jeez, and look at the Immortals. That's crazy. Every time he retains the Immortal count. But there's no Archons, true. No Archons here for MaxPax. Zealots on their own, they can trade well. Yeah, again, Immortals, they're good, but on their own, they struggle. They struggle against the charge lots. Nova's going up. They do connect. Where are those Zealots, though? Again, Zealots, here we go. They do come in to reinforce. They're going to chase down MaxPax. Yeah, they will chase him down. The Prism is going to be denied, and MaxPax, he will lose everything. GG gets called, and herO ties up the series. We are going to the ace match. Whew, GG. GG, well played. Again, Zealots, they are the counter to the Immortal. That's why the Archons are such a crucial part of that army composition. So even though I was praising MaxPax for retaining and keeping those Immortals alive, he wasn't doing the same thing to his Archons. And without Archons, Zealots, they overwhelm. GG. GG, well played. Whew, a very intense back and forth. That was a crazy game, considering the beginning, considering the opener. It was a failed all-in out of herO. It was failed. It was not working. MaxPax was holding, but herO, he was able to get enough economic damage. I would say that the MVPs that game, outside of course the unit control out of herO, were the Adepts. Remember, the Adepts, they were able to get into mineral lines, able to kill probes. It allowed herO to actually recover and take an economic lead, and allowed him to expand. It allowed him to expand. Likewise, he was able to pick off and force some more lost mine time out of MaxPax. Every little bit did help. And with that, he was able to recover, make a game out of it. GG. Crazy, baby, crazy. GG. It failed successfully. It did. He failed upwards. Insane. Oh my god. And here we go. We're getting into the ace match. We're getting into game number 5. And spawning in the bottom right hand corner of Maganatha, we have the Danish Protoss player. We have the blue Protoss representing Storm Gaming being forced into the ace match. Can he bring it back? It is MaxPax. And spawning in the top left hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the red Protoss player representing Twisted Minds from South Korea, forcing the ace match, bringing us all the way to game 5. It is herO. Oh my god. I'm still recovering from the last game. It was crazy. It's crazy. Welcome to the largest map. Welcome to the largest map of the map pool, to Maganatha. But Protoss players, they don't care about the size of the map. It doesn't matter. You can just proxy anywhere anyway, doesn't it? Size actually doesn't matter for Protoss. Let's go. As for now, we're settling in. And we'll see if we do commit to anything crazy. Then we go 2-gate opener out of herO. So let's go across the map. As we have our setup on the high ground, actually. Okay, so my apologies. I should point this out. For the first time this series, we have a gate cyber expand, but MaxPax, he abandons the low ground. He's had enough losing his buildings and losing his production on the low ground. He's like, you know what? I'm gonna have a bit of a safer start here. Now, it's a bit of a give and take. On the one hand, his production and his tech is gonna be safer against an all-in, but his base is gonna be more exposed. So there's a give and take there. But again, time and time again, MaxPax, he's been losing his cybercore and his gateway almost every game. Almost every time, at least, that herO proxies and commits to all-ins. So MaxPax, he's had enough. He's going to save his buildings this time. At the cost of having a more exposed natural. Meanwhile, double Stalker out of herO. Into a third Stalker. And a fourth. So here he rallies across the map. My eyes are on this probe. The probe is moving out, and we are going for a proxy. We're going for an all-in. What do we have here? We have a 3 pylon set up here back at home, and a 4th pylon across the map. I believe this is the same build that we saw at herO in game 2. So this looks like a 1 base, 4 gate all-in. There's the 3rd gateway, and we should be setting up the 4th gate as well. We can see MaxPax coming in from behind. He's taking a lot of hits. I believe that is a full wall on the high ground. Full wall off. Here we're getting damage done here on the Zealot. Another Stalker has arrived. Oracle going for the dive. He wants that Stalker. He wants it. And he will get it. Ooh, he will take a lot of hits though. Takes a lot of damage, but MaxPax, he will confirm the all-in. He's aware. More shield batteries on the way. And again, this time the production is safe for MaxPax, as opposed to game number 2. And a better setup as well. Shield batteries fire later. herO, I mean, the reinforcements take a long time walking across the map. He also has to keep 2 Zealots at home as well. Sorry, 2 Stalkers I meant to say. Keep them at home. So far, MaxPax looking solid. He preserved the army. He has extra warpins. He has extra shield batteries. He's got a 3 shield battery setup. 4 shield batteries even. Oh. So let's get a probe. Sorry, he does get a Stalker. Already 1 Stalker going down. herO overextends. Okay, we can't be losing Stalkers that early on. Oh, goes for the dive. Gets a Stalker. Gets 1. Gets the Zealots. Oh, the punish though. The force fields. Force field do punish. He does have access to the mineral line. True. But now there are 2 Void Rays. Soon to be 3. herO's built up to 12 Stalkers. Diving in. Can he 2-shot? Ooh, he can. Barely does get one of the Void Rays. But he will not lose a Stalker. Okay. Nicely done. Nice movement. Ideally does want to shuffle back. And likewise moving in. Has to kite back, has to bait out that Void Ray. Force Field looking him down. He commits! He does commit in. Can he get it? Oh, not quite. Yeah, not quite here. The Shiwais are coming to play. Void Rays, they stand their ground. Oh, that was not worth it for herO. Not worth it. Oh god, he's gonna cost him so much. 3, 4 Stalkers going down. Yes, he wasn't able to break those Void Rays. He wasn't able to break the shield batteries. herO, he overcommitted, but he will get the Nexus. Okay. Kills the Nexus. Has control of the low ground. Didn't get what he wanted, but he's getting damage nonetheless. Now from here, does he expand? Void Rays a counterattack. Yeah, Void Rays just counterattack across the map. There is nothing here at home to defend outside of one force field. So risky move out of MaxPax. herO, there's that force field. And does he have a recall? No energy. He knows. He's warping in back at home. Is warping in. Void Rays, they push forward. They do push forward. Yeah, they depower the gateways. They're going for the kill. And again, where's that? There's a recall. Does recall back home. The Void Rays, they are no longer for this world. They're going to go down. Yeah, there's no escaping this as every Void Ray falls. Was that worth it? Did force a recall, that's true, but now MaxPax, he's down to 1 Void Ray. Aye. Yeah, I'm not too confident. Stalkers, they rally across the map. Did you rally? MaxPax is on the high ground. I mean, he does still have force fields, true. Like, he can still defend on one base. I'm still expecting herO to expand. As herO, he does have a... No, sorry, he doesn't have a Twilight Council. No Council, there's a force field. Like, herO, he just can't push in. There's the expansion. And the goal now becomes contain, right? Just contain MaxPax for as long as possible. While we expand, while we saturate. herO getting ahead. And MaxPax once again, he moves out with an Oracle. But Stalkers, they race back home. Robo's on the way. Robo is on the way. And now suddenly we've entered a scenario where MaxPax is all in. Like, MaxPax, he's all in. He's going for the Prism, so he can break out. Oh. I'm loving this from herO. Does hallucinate the Colossus. Ooh, he's getting locked out. He gets punished, though. He will lose 1. He will lose 2 sentries. 2 sentries go down. He will snipe a pylon. Likewise, nice force field. Punishing MaxPax, getting the Void Ray. Yeah, Void Ray goes down as well. MaxPax does overextend. herO, he can take a fight out here. He wants to. Yeah, Star steps in. Goes to the Immortal. The Immortal is going to be going down. The Prism as well. Massive loss. And looks like MaxPax, he has lost all his high-tech units. Down to just a Gateway Army. herO does pull away, and these are better trades for herO. Remember, herO, he has a natural. He has a better, he can afford these losses. He can afford these trades. MaxPax cannot. MaxPax forced back into his main. Back where you came from. He just cannot break out. He cannot expand. And GG gets called with that. herO, he will overwhelm. He will claim the series 3-2. And herO is going to be this week's PiGosaur Cup champion. GG. Whew, GG, well played. A very, very intense series. Very intense series, very intense series, very intense back and forth here. Again, here he will claim it. Shout out to MaxPax for making it this far, for making it into all the way to the ace match. And to be honest, this should have been a 4-1, right? It's like the previous game, game 4. The comeback that herO had on Incorporeal was insane. That was MaxPax's game to win. Like, Incorporeal was heavily in favor of MaxPax. He was holding, he was defending, he was able to maintain himself. But then herO, he somehow clawed his way into that game. It was a crazy comeback out of herO for us to end up in a more, like, quote-unquote standard macro game in Incorporeal. And with that, he was able to force the ace match here, able to pull off the all-in as well. It was a little bit shaky there, but we saw that there's like an upside and a downside of MaxPax avoiding that SimCity on the low ground. It meant that the natural was exposed, and herO, he killed the natural. He was able to eventually overwhelm the army, kill the natural base. GG, well played. Crazy series, and with that, congratulations to herO, as he will claim the win here. Will be our champion. Congratulations, man. Congratulations. GG, well played. And with that, hope you all enjoyed yourselves. Again, if you enjoyed the broadcast, you enjoyed this series, this is a weekly tournament. Every single week we do host the PiGosaur Cup. Shout out to Pig for sponsoring, and a shout out to Stegosaurus for organizing the event as well. I did notice Stegosaurus in the chat earlier, so big shout out to Stegosaurus for hosting the event, for funding the event as well, and for running it as often as you have. Thank you so much for all the support, Stegosaurus, for all the support, for all the passion for StarCraft, the passion for the scene, and of course, we'll be back next week. We'll be back next week here for the next PiGosaur Monday as well, or the PiGosaur Cup, I should say. No longer on Mondays, on Wednesday instead, or Tuesday, depending on where you are in the world. Likewise, let's catch up on the rest of our schedule. Let's catch up on the rest of our broadcast here tonight. Here we go. So here on Wednesday, we only have the one event. Now, the reason for this is, one, we did want to take at least some afternoons off to catch up when it comes to editing VODs, scheduling VODs. There is so much to catch up on. I just finished editing and cutting the VODs for DreamHack Dallas Day 1. It's like from over a week ago. Like, I have to do that now. Dallas Day 2, Day 3. I have to do the rest of the weeklies. Eventually, I have to get to EWC as well. Like, there's a lot of VODs to edit. So that's what we're going to be doing here this evening. Same with Friday evening as well. But we're going to be back tomorrow. Tomorrow, the Latin American League, Latino America. We do have that on Thursday morning. We have the Podcast Thursday evening. We have StarCraft Evolution League. We have Kung Fu Cup, show matches, MSO, STC, Firegrow Cup as well. Plenty of content throughout the week. But again, Stars Agora is this evening. Starts today and is a 4-day event. So many players are traveling to Stars Agora. If you're curious, like, where was Clem? Clem is usually here. Clem, not this week. He's traveling to Bulgaria to compete in Stars Agora. He's already there. We already saw some social media posts. Like, a lot of the players are already there. They already arrived. That's why there was no Geralt either, for example. A lot of the players are, of course, getting ready for the offline tournament. So best of luck to all those that are traveling. Best of luck to all those that are going to be a part of that, of course. There's going to be a couple of Koreans as well. Let's go. GG. But otherwise, we are going to be done for today. We're going to be done for today. Probably done for today. And again, we have a lot of work to catch up on. So that's what we're going to be working on here on the channel. Oh, just catching up. herO wins the chaos games. Yeah, of course. That's what he thrives in, the chaos, man. He thrives in the chaos. But otherwise, if you want to help support us, you can do so by following us on all the social medias as well. As you can follow us here, !socials in the chat. We do upload on a daily basis over on YouTube. We also stream on YouTube as well. So if you see something that you like here, if you're like, hold up, you guys casted GSL yesterday? We did. We covered all of GSL round group stage 1. It's all on YouTube. It's all on Twitch as well, so you can check out the VODs. Likewise, we're going to be catching up with StarCraft Evolution League and LATAM League and everything, all things StarCraft. So do check us out over on YouTube. Otherwise, if you want to support us monetarily, you can do so via Patreon, !Patreon in the chat. Our Patreon does fund our regular tournaments. You can see them there on Saturday and Sunday. Master Swan Open and Sparkling Tunic Cup. We do host events on a regular basis. They are all 100% funded via Patreon, so you can help us grow those tournaments. You can see just under the schedule, you can see our next goal on Patreon, 500 USD a month. Currently, we're at 443. currently we're almost there. We're getting there, so almost at that next goal. So you can help us reach it if you wish via Patreon. Again, it all goes to the players. Currently the goal is to boost the prize pool of our weekly tournament, so you can help us boost the prize pool. I believe the goal after that would be to pay the casters and admins. I believe that would be the next goal after that. But for now, it's all to the players, so you can support us there if you wish. Otherwise, thanks for watching. Thanks for the support. Thank you so much. We do appreciate it, and we'll be heading off here for the morning and for the day, and we'll be back tomorrow with the Latino American League, with the quarterfinals of the Latam League. See you then. GG, well played. Meanwhile, stick around. We're going to be giving another StarCraft streamer a raid. Who is live at the moment? Who is live? Who can we send everyone over to? Let's have a look here. I know that Krista was streaming. Eon is streaming. Okay. I see Eon. I see Nina as well. Shelby. Oh my god. Este Shelby. Shelby's live. That's crazy. He's been playing a little bit more StarCraft recently. It's been great to see the return of Shelby. It's been great to see. Este Shelby. But otherwise, we are going to be heading off. So thank you so much. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks so much for tuning in. We do appreciate it. And we'll see you guys next time. Tomorrow on the Cranky Ducklings. Until then, ciao. Bye, ciao. See you next time. Hasta luego.